basketball has been absolutely dynamite.
I've gotten the horse already talking over these guys.
It's going to be a lot of fun here because this crowd was early and loud.
Always one of the biggest games on the schedule for Florida. And Kayvon Allen starts the scoring. He has been the alpha for Florida for a couple years.
Well, he's been averaging 18.5 through 7 games in SEC play. Hit a huge shot to send it to overtime against Ole Miss this week.
Florida has won the last 2 against Kentucky in this building. Here's the Stanford transfer, Reed Travis. P.J. Washington has been awesome recently, and he'll go to the free throw line. Back-to-back 20 and 10 games for Washington for John Calipari, who, you said it on Twitter earlier, one of the best communicators in college basketball.
Yeah, it's incredible to watch his practices. And this is why the team's gotten better. They went from a team that didn't think walkthroughs and shoot-arounds were important to a team that now, quite frankly, he only has to tell guys one time what to do, and they are doing it.
What do you say, roughly 7 times early in the year? He'd have to go through things over and over again. And that's something that he's had to come upon in his time in Kentucky with all the one-and-dones. And he says that his assistants still remind him of that fact that he needs to be more patient.
Patience is not a virtue in coaching. Patience gets you sitting on a sideline broadcasting.
And we're so grateful to have you.
Thank you.
Florida is a very guard-heavy team. Keith Stone out with an ACL injury on the backdoor cut. 2 for Andrew Nembhard.
I like what Florida did there, Jason. They took Ashton Hagans off the ball. They put him on the baseline because they have other guards that can handle the ball. That alleviated the pressure of Florida. In fact, Hagans the one that got back cut off the ball.
Washington can't score. The tip for Hayes to collect the rebound for Florida. Drive and kick to the corner. And the open look for Locke.
I can see right away. They're not going to drive left and right. They're going to drive north and south Florida. Draw the defense. Locke, a fantastic shooter. Drilled it.
43% from 3, and Kentucky has really struggled three-point defensively this year. They're allowing 36%.
And that's the key here. I mean, if Florida's going to compete in this game, win this game, they're going to have to shoot a high percentage of threes.
Allen. Offensive rebound, Johnson. And here comes Kentucky. Hagans declined on the shot. Another challenge, and Johnson denied a second time. Florida is very willing shooters right now.
And that's great, but you're going to have to take good ones. 2 bad threes back-to-back.
Tyler Herro sticks a good look, and it's 7-5.
Pretty simple basketball. We saw it this afternoon. Hagans brings it down, dribbles at Herro. He comes up behind him and just drills it.
Tyler Herro, their leading scorer in SEC play, over 14 points a game for Kentucky, which has played outstanding defense the last 6. Just under 58 points a game allowed, including a demolition in the first half of Vanderbilt during the week.
Look at Hagans. Hagans is stealing any way you want.
Keldon Johnson has it smacked away by Hayes. Allen made himself available. That's the type of shot that needs to go down.
Absolutely, right? That's a great shot. Look at the running by John Washington.
A little too high. Crowd wanted a foul on the rebound, didn't get it. Mike White, in his 4th season, one of the most upbeat, intense coaches you'll see, and a thoughtful guy. We got a chance to chat with him earlier today. He feels like there's a lot of talent on this team. They're still kind of coming together, though.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out who they are as a unit, as a culture. You know, guys need to throw themselves into the team, not into themselves, and that's not easy.
Didn't know where that lob was going, and was still done.
You want to run the same thing, run right at Herro and let him come off the backside. Nobody on the weak side.
Travis stuffs it down. And Kentucky evens the score. Reed Travis.
Inexcusable. Weak side defense has to be in the lane, in the middle of the lane against Kentucky, or that's going to happen a lot.
Nembhard the drop off, and Hayes scores. If they get points from Kevarius Hayes, Florida is in business.
Well, you don't expect many. He's averaging 7. All of them are right there. Wow.
Hero's got 5 of the 9 for Kentucky, and what a physical specimen he is.
Well, press Kentucky, and they're not going to hold on to it. They're going to try to get layups, dunks, or in the lane shots.
Nembhard for 3.
It's a fast game.
I was going to say, you may want to take the points today.
Man.
Off the tip, a deflection and a steal for Florida. Little step through and a foul. The Gators will get shots for Jalen Hudson when we come back to the O'Connell Center Exactech Arena, where the Gators are up 3.
ESPN's exclusive
Country.
No, it really is, and you have to play as well as you played all year. Let me talk about what that means for Florida. Against Texas A&M, they hit 11 of 15 threes in the second half. That's as well as you're going to play. Now, that's how they need to play today. Now, that doesn't mean you take bad threes, but to shoot 11 for free, it could be 8 of 12. It doesn't matter. You just have to take good shots, get good looks. They have good enough shooters, and then you got to guard this end and keep them off the board.
Washington down low. Gets his own rebound. And the board for Jalen Hudson. Florida is a deeper team than Kentucky as Mike White figures out his rotation as SEC play continues on with Stone out.
This kid right here is the key. Florida win the game, Hudson's going to have double figures.
Ballard, tough pull-up. And this is Kentucky basketball. Coming up next, top 15 quintuple header continues. Indiana and Michigan State on the way, 6 Eastern. Jay Billis, Dan Schulman. And then Tennessee, Texas A&M get together at 8 Eastern. Both games live on the ESPN app as well. Tennessee, #1 in the country, still with games remaining against the top teams in the SEC, including Kentucky. Washington can't score. He's had chances at the rim. He gets another one here and finishes.
Well, Hayes is doing a great job. Hayes is playing defense. He's coming over to help, but nobody with him is putting a body. Undersized, okay, but you got to lay a hip onto the Kentucky offensive player or you got no chance.
Hudson gets it off the window. And a foul, and a good sign early for Florida with Jalen Hudson.
That's huge. The kid averaged 15 a game last year. Hasn't had any kind of a season. Really nice kid. Says all the right things, but you got to play. And I'm telling you, only averaging 6 this year. This kid has to get double digits. Maybe as many as 15 for Florida to win this game.
Missed the free throw, 1 for 3 from the line early for Jalen Hudson.
If you want to watch something and what is going to decide this game, shot goes up, don't look at the ball, watch Florida's defenders, see if any of them put big-time bodies on the guys in blue.
Jamal Baker steps through. Another offensive rebound. Kentucky is such a good offensive rebounding team, they couldn't corral that one.
Well, he had it. Travis should never have gotten that strip. Locke came in from the weak side and did what guards are supposed to do, and that's come in and influence. If you see anybody in white not going to the defensive backboard, they're not playing to win.
Got a coaching box violation against John Calipari.
I think they ought to do away with the coaching box.
You think Bobby Hurley agrees with that after getting smoked with the ball in Tempe the other night?
And tried to play it off nice. Bobby's a tough dude.
He got crushed.
What I did like, though, I love that curtain of doom or whatever they call it there. That's the most creative thing I've seen in college basketball. I think it's awesome.
They had, if you didn't see it on the telecast, they had a couple of the Arizona Coyotes in singlets playing Sun Devil wrestlers as Hudson is denied by the rim.
Yeah, and you can tell that Coach White has a lot of confidence in Hudson because they set that play for him.
P.J. Washington shooting again. He was 0 for 4 2 games ago, 3 for 3 against Vanderbilt from 3. And Hudson wanted to not fall. His body disagreed.
Now, people say, why is that a travel? You know why it's a travel? As soon as his rear end hit, that's travel. That establishes another quote-unquote pivot play.
Pivot part.
Yes. Pivot booty. Pivot booty.
I see fantasy team names changing across the landscape to what you just said.
Well, yes. If I'm Kentucky, I'm throwing it inside here. I'm gonna play out of
Drew Richards.
I would throw it to Richards. He just had a nice game. 14. See if he's going. And a little bit of a zone here. Nope, man to man. I'm going to Washington. I'm getting this on the block. I'm settling things down.
Washington vying for position, can't get it. Instead, Hero knocks down a 2.
And that's why Jalen Hudson is struggling. Jalen Hudson fell asleep. The ball was looking like it was set to go into Washington, and Hero just flashed right in front of him and caught it. You can never allow anybody to flash in front of you in a scoring area.
Kentucky's got a lot more active feet and hands defensively right now than Florida.
I agree with that. I really do. And much more than they had to begin with.
Emmanuel quickly, tough shot.
Not a bad shot. He wanted to throw it up to Richards. He got off balance, but if he held on to the ball, he'd had Washington.
Second chance is good for Florida. And a 17-13 lead. DeAndre Ballard, the sophomore.
That's pretty good. Ballard didn't stay and watch. He went to the backboard. Tell you one thing, important in this game, Cal wants layups and dunks against the press. Florida not giving them up. Pretty good by Florida. Press, take some time, make Kentucky work.
Florida's usually slow on the offensive end typically. That's not been the case, and so they slow the game down defensively. Hagans, no sir. Another offensive board for Kentucky.
And I happen to be watching Kayvon Allen did not block out Hero. He stood, looked at the ball. Hero went to the ball.
Block in the corner for Ballard and Florida. Number 7 Kentucky trying to stay in the top 3 in the SEC, down 4.
Them to the ball, and then you're going to get your kick-out threes.
So off the Bassett block, it's out of bounds to Kentucky, which is 2 for its last 11 from the floor. Those 2 are for Hero, who got caught in midair against Allen.
I'm telling you, the post defense has been fantastic by Florida. I mean, Ballard right there did a great, not a good job, he did a great job of bodying up Nick Richards. They wanted to lob it. He wasn't having it.
Florida basketball.
All right, Richards is out, and here's the reason. This is a game where Travis can dominate physically anybody that he's playing against. He's bigger and he's stronger. I've got to believe the next couple possessions are going to Travis.
You're saying John Calipari has a reason for everything he does?
Most do. He does, mostly.
Ballard.
I like this lineup. I expect this lineup to work pretty good. Montgomery in there as well.
Why do you like it?
Well, I like it because it's got strength right here in Travis and another post guy with him that they can throw it to, and they should give it to him right there.
Yeah, Montgomery was working hard. Now he's a screener.
Yeah, if you're just going to stand perimeter, no one's even looking inside.
Hagans travel.
If I'm Cal, I'm losing my mind. Throw it inside. He's wanting to get guys out. I'm telling you, throw it inside and you'll get something.
If you're not going to do it, go sit.
That's it. I'm telling you, that is it. Hagans did not even look into the post.
And so Emmanuel quickly takes his spot. John Calipari with a teaching moment.
Yeah.
He was pretty clear with his requirements in shoot-around. I mean, they knew what it was going to have to be in order to play in this game.
Let me read you a quote. It's okay if you're soft with the ball. It's all right. You just won't play much.
That's for shoot-around this morning. Difficult fadeaway for Hudson, and the offense has gone dormant. See if quickly fires it into the post. Travis is alone. Now Bassett joins him. Turns into a three, and Hero's got another.
And here's why you do that. Florida is sinking 4 guys, meaning they're coming off of their man deep into the basketball when it's in the post. Now, you drag them a little bit in deeper with a dribble, and then you kick it to a shooter. It's very simple, but guys have to look to throw it inside.
You don't go into the post just to score in the post, is what you're saying.
You're going to the post to play Florida's setup against itself. I throw it to the post. You've already sunk halfway off your man. I take a dribble. Now everybody starts sinking more off their men. Then I find the open man.
So what's the counter, you think, for Mike White?
You've got to figure out, all right, I'm not sinking in off Hero because Hero's the guy going right now. So I'm staying with Hero. I'm not letting Reed Travis throw the ball out to Hero. Keldon Johnson, let's do it. If Montgomery's out on the perimeter, I can double. But I'm not. Hero's out now. These 2 guys in here, Quickly and Hagans, I can come back in off.
Kentucky has not lost since January 5th.
See how they sank in right there and didn't let him get the basketball in the post.
Hagans, no. The rest of Kentucky is 2 for 16. Heroes 4 for 4. Mike Okaru is checked in to play some guard. Mike White going deep into the bench here in this first half. Allen. And the rebound for Hagans in Kentucky.
Now, with this lineup, someone's going to have to hit a shot for Kentucky because they're going to be all back in off guys. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is really good post defense by Florida and a fantastic setup by Florida's assistant coach. See how everybody came to the ball off the one dribble? That draws a defense. You kick it, find a shooter, drill it.
Joining us, what's got to change, Dan?
Well, a couple things. Number one, if you're Kentucky, you got to throw the basketball into the post. But I'll give Florida great credit. They are getting on top of the post guys and using their bodies. And then the second thing, again, for Kentucky, Keldon Johnson's been blocked 3 times at the rim. You got to figure something out. Got to go in.
They do. Into Washington against Hayes, and he scores to give Kentucky the lead.
Yeah, it's automatic. And then you play out of it and might make Mike White to figure out, who am I doubling from? Where's the double coming? Meaning not only who, but from where? Which side of the floor?
Washington, a rare sophomore on Kentucky's team. And this is going to be a turnover for Florida. Hey, LeBron's back. Tonight's NBA Saturday primetime game is at Oracle. The Lakers against Boogie, Steph, KD, Clay, and who knows, maybe Anthony Davis by that time. And the Warriors. Coverage starts with NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC. You can watch both on the ESPN app from anywhere. Johnson is open.
Threw it in. Look at P.J. Washington. My gosh.
He's one of the best players in the country.
Yeah, but he needed to kick that out if he doesn't have that kind of left hand. And if he doesn't have that kind of left hand, he needs to get in the gym. Nice.
Nembhard the find. Beautiful look.
Everybody in the building, myself included, thought Nembhard was going to the left corner.
Travis can't finish.
No, can't jump. Didn't get off the ground.
Stanford transfer Reed Travis with 2 of Kentucky's 18. Allen, who had a big bat to save a possession in overtime against Ole Miss the other night.
Oh, Washington running. Wow.
And they feed him to eat lunch.
What I love about Kentucky, they get a rebound, they get it to the guard, and it's like Michigan State. Everybody's flying down the floor, including the bigs, or especially the bigs.
Allen's looking around like, where's a foul? And that's going to be against Kentucky.
A couple nice plays here. Sometimes you get up in the air and you get bailed out. You're going to see right here, Nembhard gets up, thinks you're going left, and what? Finds Johnson underneath. I'm telling you, if you run, well, if you don't run, you're sitting if you play for Kentucky. But if you run, you usually get rewarded.
That was a Teddy Dupay-like on the find.
Nice. Jason Williams.
Who would you take of those two on your team?
Oh, please. Jason Williams.
They love Teddy Dupay around here.
They should love Teddy Dupay, but Jason Williams.
Allen got some contact, some throws from the crowd.
What was his nickname?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's
Hero,
offensive.
that is. That's his second two, Dan. So Hero's got 10 points and 2 fouls at 5-12 in the first, and he's going to have to come out.
When you throw it down the same side and try to drive it that side, you're playing into Florida's hands because Florida is quick. When you reverse the ball and then try to drive, then that charge won't happen because the defense really comes to help. Now you reverse the ball, the defense runs out to recover, and you can drive the recovery.
You agree or not, Kentucky looks like it's pressing offensively.
Look, yeah, like they're trying to score 5 points in one possession. It's like, just slow down, run your offense, and you'll be fine. Even though Florida's not making shots, I don't mind how they're running offense. Take your time. Look at this.
Nembhard on Johnson. Little floater, and a tip for Johnson.
I thought it was tipped by Johnson, then tipped by Hayes. I thought it was a double tip.
Johnson didn't want to shoot. Great game so far in Gainesville. Baker scores.
Well, really good by Baker, taking his time, driving the extended foot. This is what I'm talking about. Drive a recovering defender works far better than throw it down the side and driving a set defender.
Why?
Because the moving defender can make a mistake. He can extend a foot. He's loose. He's not locked in a stance.
Allen throws a three for Florida.
No communication. Two guys went with the cutter. Never leave Allen.
He was just 3 for his last 16 from 3 as Kentucky ties the game at 24 with Hagans.
The setup against the press is simple. P.J. Washington come up, screen the point man on the press. Hagans go beat it.
Easy game, isn't it?
Yeah, when you do really easy.
Hayes getting bumped.
And Hayes, look at the running again.
Baker. As Kentucky's had some really open looks.
Florida's getting a little bit lucky because that's fast. That's normally in.
Nembhard for 3.
Nembhard looks so much better than he did a week ago against TCU, and they were throwing the ball all over, couldn't get a bucket.
Boy, it gets real loud in here. Johnson feathering for 2.
Yeah, that was sweet. They took the ball away from Johnson. He got in a little O-stack and read it like a pro, like Kevin Knox did last year. Read the down screen, saw the defender go over, faded the screen, drilled it. Really good.
Nembhard with the help coming, and he's still Minnesota fans it in. Johnson sent that one to Ocala, and he's hearing about it, and will for a while. Hagan steps into it.
Didn't have it in his hand. Was shuffling around.
Johnson fouled. He'll get 2 shots. How do you do this angle? Little Massey shot.
And he almost traveled. Watch his back foot, see if he comes down.
Keontae Johnson to the free throw line, a freshman, one of the 3 starting for Florida. First one good. The Gators do not shoot many free throws. 44% from the floor, 4 for 10 from 3. And when Kentucky has lost this year, Dan, they've given up double figures from 3-point range in all of the 3 losses.
I think the biggest statistic there is 2 for 12 from Kentucky on threes because they've had good looks.
How many open threes do you think they missed?
I'd say 7. Nah, 6.
Quickly, another missed 3.
And that was pressured.
Brown wanted a foul. They'll take the bucket for Hudson. Largest lead for Florida. Foul called on Ballard on the overplay. Coming up, Jeep halftime report. Reese Davis, Seth Greenberg, Jay Williams update you on Zion Williamson being himself yet again. And then the Tar Heels with vengeance. You saw it coming against Louisville after they got throttled at the Dean Dome last month.
Guarantee you're going to see a picture of Zion Williamson dunking it on the left side of the basket. Paused where his head is basically at the rim.
Quickly again. This one he knocks down.
Throw it inside. Ballard goes in to help, sinks to the ball, kick it back out, open 3.
That's just his 3rd made 3 the last 6 games for Kentucky. We're back in 30 seconds. Stay right here. A lot of international opportunity to play. Won a silver medal with Team Canada in the under-18 last year. He came here as a great passer, but the scoring has been there so far. With Hero on the bench, Nembhard has taken up the mantle of chief scorer in this game. Can bleed the clock down to about 3 seconds. It'll be Nembhard off the Hayes screen. Nembhard will step back off the juggle. Second chance rolled off for Johnson. And that'll do it. In an entertaining first half in Gainesville, the Gators trying to make it 3 in a row. The freshman, he's taken the 5 already today. And by the way, the Florida freshmen have a total of 19 of the 33 points in their 4-point lead.
If I'm Kentucky, I'm still going inside. Florida's doing a great job of denying.
Yeah, they wanted the high-low with Washington. It wasn't there, so he pops out to get it. Keldon Johnson, no. And the rebound saved by Florida and Allen.
Wide open.
Again.
Yeah, wide open.
Nembhard just kind of roams and looks for that spot.
Yeah, he does, and gets a little off balance, but knows how to play well enough.
Locked. Got a length defending him there.
One thing to watch when they get in half. Look at the hands. See number 11's hands? They're making it hard, really hard, to throw the ball into the post by being a little bit off of the shooter and being really active. Watch the hands. They're up. Look, the hands are mirroring the basketball. That is really, really a well-taught team by Mike White.
What does that do to the offensive play?
It doesn't allow him any comfort to get the ball inside, and it gives the post defender an extra second. Split second. Now you got to score this.
Travis does.
Nobody came. One on nobody. If they're not going to double Travis, he's going to punish them all afternoon.
He was 7 for 11 in that win against Kansas last weekend. Part of a 7-game win streak for Kentucky, number 7 in the country. Johnson on the drive. Oh, switched hands.
He came right at the recovering defender, drove right at his inside foot.
So now Tyler Hero, who was on the bench for the last 5-12 of that first half. See if he can find the scoring stroke again. There's the high-low. Washington can't finish.
Off balance because all of a sudden Hayes came flying at him.
Nice recovery by Nembhard. Eight to shoot for the freshman Johnson. Allen, the senior, a little step back.
Mark my words, within the next 3 possessions, Hagan's going to get a steal on the perimeter.
All right, you got 3 possessions. How about if he gets it taken from him?
Does that count?
Does that count?
This possession doesn't count.
Lock. Knocks it down.
What a great play by Allen, throwing the ball ahead, not hanging on to it.
Time he would have been proud of that hit ahead.
As would his wife, Megan. I've known Megan a long time. I've known Dan a long time. He used to play basketball with Dan at Bowling Green. He was on Urban Meyer's staff at Bowling Green when I was a basketball coach. Great, great people. Fantastic family.
What's he like as a basketball player?
No good.
Always kind. And another steal.
And Hal Johnson just playing hard. Richard just standing around.
How would you describe Kentucky right now?
Lackadaisical in certain areas. Like you saw the drive of P.J. Washington. That's lackadaisical. You saw the steal. Lackadaisical.
Locke thought he had it. And the rebound for Johnson in Kentucky. Wildcats a 2 seed right now, according to Joey Brackets. And just the 4th foul against the Gators in this game. Tonight, Super Saturday top-ranked boxing card. 3 world title fights. The WBO featherweight title on ESPN and ESPN Deportes 10 Eastern. Then at midnight on ESPN Plus in English and Spanish. Alvarez Kovalev 2. It's the WBO light heavyweight belt on the line. Stream the undercards on ESPN Plus 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Alvarez knocked Kovalev out the first time in the 7th round. And they're just short-arming shots, Kentucky is, and give credit to Florida for speeding them up.
P.J. Washington back-to-back 2010 games. He's only got 8 so far. 7 rebounds to go with those 8 points. Hero, and it's stripped. Ballard behind him for Locke, who declined on the 3 with Washington out there. Locke riding Washington into the lane. And off the kick, another recovery for the Gators. This is going to be Florida ball.
P.J. Washington has not had good hands in this, either shooting it or rebounding in this half. He's been fantastic for about a month, as you see there.
Cats trailing at the half by 4, -7 now, 38-31. What do they got to do?
Well, they got to play harder, but you got to give a lot of credit to Florida. Florida's interior defense has been very good, and Florida's been more aggressive, like right there. It came in, knocked the ball loose.
Twice in this half, somebody just kicked the ball by moving to free up a possession.
Yeah, Ballard got him an extra possession just by hustling. There's never a time to stand and watch in a basketball game.
Hayes, quick trigger, second chance with the right.
That was nice. He got a switch with Keldon Johnson and just dominated it. Yep.
Going the other way. That's turnover number 4 for the Wildcats in 5 minutes. Last 6 possessions, 0 for 2 and 4 turnovers.
I didn't think this was a flop. I thought he got hit hard. When you lowered your shoulder, that's a big, strong guy.
Fans behind us, who we introduced you to earlier, David and Eddie and their compatriots are chanting, "Cal is angry." And they don't mean the Bears in Berkeley.
So is half of Big Blue Nation right now.
Lock. Hayes goes high.
Hayes is out playing the front court of Kentucky, and Calipari's not going to have it. He's going to bring Montgomery in.
Nembhard and Locke, the classmates. Too much length for Travis there, denying Locke. Ballard wants his shot. Another offensive board.
Right over Hero, no block out.
Hudson in traffic. Hero scoreless in the second half. Still 9-0 run for Florida.
Feels like if Kentucky's going to win this game, some guy is going to have to bail them out. Like somebody's going to have a special performance for 13 minutes, because right now Florida, and you see the frustration, P.J. Washington, Florida's dominating Kentucky.
Now they're chanting PJ's angry.
And they're right.
Before the game, the crowd was yelling at P.J. Washington, "I didn't know they had sophomore classes at Kentucky." The rare sage sophomore on the Wildcat team. Florida's got to use a timeout. Oh, what a score on that. Oh, my goodness. He got fouled. Hayes somehow found himself open.
It's exactly the right description. The play went beyond where the play has ever gone. Here goes one guy. That's at the end of about 5 different moves, and I thought he made it.
Second foul on Washington. Very quickly.
I feel like these are big free throws. There are sometimes during a game you feel like you got everything going, but now you're at the line, so the place has died down. You got to add to it. I expect Kentucky to have a great offensive possession next time down the floor.
Just because of the psychology of this thing?
Yeah.
0 for 2.
Good feeling.
Mark it down. Remember it, 13-18 and 42-31. Baker, not a good possession.
No, bad possession, because I'm telling you what, the hand action of Florida is fantastic.
They're going to call a foul on Nembhard on the screen there as he gave it up. You're saying even off the ball, that hand action.
On the ball, off the ball, this is a good call. You can't do that. You can't run into a guy on a handoff. Watch the defense on the ball, the activity of the hands when the ball gets to the wing for Kentucky, and how they're not allowing it into the post.
The hands flying up from Hayes. They're going to Washington, and he draws a foul. Kentucky, its last 8 possessions, 0 for 4, 4 turnovers, and finally some free throws. Hey, coming up next, East Lansing the site. Michigan State against Indiana, a game Dan Dakich has no feelings about. And then 8 Eastern, Tennessee, Texas A&M. Both games also live on the ESPN app. Tennessee, #1, tops in the SEC. Indiana loses with 7 straight in that first game as Washington makes the free throw.
Talked to Tom Izzo on Thursday, and he was talking about playing without Langford. Joshua Langford, who was their leading scorer.
Out for the year.
Yeah, he's best defender, but you know, they've dealt with it all year. Kyle Arns is dealing with a back, and Indiana's just dealing with a bad approach.
Care to elaborate?
each other. They got.
Oh my goodness! High upstairs, Washington.
That's the one thing about Kentucky. They are struggling. They're not playing well, but they seem connected. And I love what P.J. Washington did, get a little angry at his teammate. Nothing wrong with that.
In fact, he might invite it. Allen knew he missed it. So 3 in a row for Kentucky, trying to build on that. Johnson sticks the jumper. It's a 5-point game.
Baker's been big. Baker took a shot on the baseline, missed it, but he's played great defense, number 13, and then he gave up a shot.
94 feet of frigid weather. Jay does frigid very well.
Izzo looked like the cross-country skis. That's a beautiful thing about Izzo, man. He's willing to do anything.
He's a Youper. Through and through.
Iron Mountain. Went up to Iron Mountain once to recruit a kid named Todd Lindemann. Went into a restaurant. It was covered with heads of various animals. It was unbelievable.
Youper, by the way, for those here in SEC country, is folks from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Where it was 9,000 below the other day. Should be a ball screen middle of the floor and beat it and try to get a bucket, but they haven't got nothing. There you go.
6 in a row for Kentucky after the 2 missed free throws for Hayes in Florida. Quick passing. Hagan stonewalled by Nembhard. Keldon Johnson. Baker with a hand in his face. And they're going to get Hayes on a box-out foul for cleaning out E.J. Montgomery.
And that was a good call. Hayes put his hip into him right in front of the official. And good work by Montgomery going to the backboard. Need Hero in the game. Watch here, going to the backboard and just kind of shoves him out of there. And again, when you don't stand, good things happen. Hero, Keldon Johnson need to get a shot here.
Hero scoreless in the second half. After 10 in the first, and Florida going to get called for another foul. This one, Noah Locke. Oh, they give the foul to Johnson. It's the 3rd on Keontae Johnson.
And that's big. Johnson, I think, is coming out. On the defensive end here, you've got to throw this inside and play either to the basket or kick it for an open 3 if you're Kentucky.
Washington posting up. Nembhard trying to deny him, and he overplayed. 2 for Washington.
And he didn't have to because Allen was doing a really good job of playing what's called inside out, in and out on the passer.
Meaning?
Meaning you go in back to the passer and you go back down to the postman so the postman can stay behind and not get on an angle as they just did.
You see Kentucky's defensive confidence growing with Montgomery in the pocket of Hudson. 5 to shoot for Nembhard. Offensive rebound to Florida, and it's out of bounds to Kentucky.
Well, this is a pretty good call. I think it's off the foot. Right off the inside foot of Jalen Hudson.
Hero for the tie.
Didn't have in his hand either.
Offensive rebound and a tie-up. It'll go to Florida.
That's the 3rd time today a Kentucky shooter has had the ball and they're messing with it as they're going up into the stroke. It's one thing to catch it, mess with it, go up, but they're catching it, messing with it as they're going into their stroke, and hard to make.
Why do you think that is? Any reason?
No, I don't. They're just not catching it well. There is no reason. Concentration is the only reason I can give you.
We got a Patriots Super Bowl coming up. Ball inflated properly, you think?
I thought at practice it was a little underinflated.
I've thought at times in our career together you were a little underinflated. It's the 3rd foul on Washington.
Yeah, that was pretty good. They got the switch they wanted, Allen on Washington, and Allen didn't settle. He just drove it. Wouldn't be bad to do the same thing if you're Florida. Try to get Washington on a driver. I think he's coming out.
If I told you Kayvon Allen has 5 points at 9:42 in the second, how much do you think Florida would be down?
Yeah, that's a good. I'd say they're down 10. Now, if you told me he has, what'd you say, 5 points?
5 points.
With 9:42 left and he ended up with 20, I wouldn't be surprised either. He can get hot. Drive it.
Hudson gives it up to Allen instead.
Drive it.
He pulls. And the rebound to Travis, who was guarding him. Kentucky was down 11 at 13:18 to go. Oh, Montgomery ripped it away. Hero cleaving the lane and a block call. And Hero's down with a big smile on his face. That'll make him beloved here in Gainesville.
It's a good drive by Hero. 2 guys were there. Nembhard was there. And you're going to see there goes the help. And I think that was a really good call.
Not legal guarding position.
I just think Bassett was moving over. Now, I don't like giving him 2 shots because I think he passed the ball.
He definitely passed the ball. Wow. Hero to the line.
It's interesting. Referees oft times will stop looking at the play. This is a pass. They stop looking at it to go into their big dramatic, pumping their fists, waving their hips, offensive foul, but they missed it. They should have got together and said that was on the pass, take it out of bounds.
Nobody ever argued Enrico Palazzo was a good umpire. 1-point game, 10 in a row for Kentucky.
Nice.
Bassett whips it down there, and Nembhard finishes.
Missed switch, Nembhard slipped it.
A double-figure game in his career for Nembhard. Hagans with a challenge.
It's interesting. The guy who made the play call was Travis, the biggest guy. He went through a spread, and when they go to the spread, it means basically the guy with the ball has the advantage, go one-on-one. I guess the people, oh man, this Hagan, I'm telling you, Hagan's going to get one. He's going to get one.
Jalen Hudson. Got it back from Bassett. And he got fouled. It's on Montgomery. Coach Cal wants to know, what are you doing?
That's the greatest line in coach. If you want to coach, all you've got to learn is, what are you doing? What are you doing? May not have been fouled.
I was going to say, you think that's a foul?
No.
Hudson missed it again.
All don't lie.
A little soft caress on the side.
Not a foul.
I agree with you.
It's all you need to know if you want to coach. And throw an occasional bomb in the middle of it.
You wouldn't talk like that.
I would. To you.
Always pleasant to be with you. Free throw good for Hudson. Gators by 3. As Keontae Johnson comes back with his 3 fouls.
I'm going at Johnson. If he plays the perimeter, we're going to see a 1-3-1 right here.
Washington had it stripped, and Nembhard cleans it up. Florida a little sped up.
Pretty good decision by Allen not to go. Everybody in the building thought he was going.
Boy, Kentucky is airtight defensively, and a foul on Hero. His third. Thought bubble. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Building a better bank starts with looking at something old and saying, really? So Capital One is building...
Find something offensively they're comfortable with, and I think moving the ball, playing through the post, and then driving is going to be huge. If you're Florida, I'm looking at Kayvon Allen to get going.
It's Nembhard right now. Allen on the opposite side. Here he is. Senior Kayvon Allen on the gas pedal for two. There he is.
Yeah, that was absolutely set up at the timeout. They opened up the right side. Kentucky didn't take it away.
Well, that was way too easy. Kentucky gets the dunk for Washington.
Yeah, because guys were confused. A couple guys did not know that they were in zone or man-to-man. Be honest with you, I didn't know.
We heard Mike White earlier saying, hey, we need to talk defensively. Stop pointing, start talking. There was no talking there.
That's a perfect example. You're absolutely right.
Allen's on the prowl right now. He wants points. Locke missed the three. And Montgomery gets dropped on the rebound. Baker for the tie. Another missed. Wide open look for Kentucky.
Just can't get it to go down. That popped out of his hands. He didn't shoot it, he popped it. Telling you, make or miss, he's going to be the guy.
Six to go, number 7, Kentucky on its heels.
We're in a really good offensive rhythm. And then we started picking our bounce up and holding it and standing and not searching. And a guy would drive it. And then we stand and not search. When a 4 or 5 switches on him, who wants him to back out and go to work? I do. Go to work.
And you just saw that. That's why Allen went at Montgomery. They want to get Montgomery or Washington or Travis to switch to one of their perimeter guys and then drive it.
This is a 1-and-1 for Washington. And he missed it.
Can't get it below 3. Feels like a huge possession right here. You're not going to stop Kentucky 3 straight possessions.
Hayes pulled Hero away, and Allen just missed. Hero saw a gap, and he hit it like a running back.
Yeah, he split 2 guys. They got hands on the ball, but he was able to keep his chin on the rim and get in the bucket.
Well, Benny Snell for you.
Yeah, Snell, yeah.
Nembhard wants a shot. He certainly didn't.
Yeah. There's your switch, now you drive.
Locke tries to shoot it.
Didn't want it. Look at that hustle.
Keontae Johnson, the offensive rebound. Hayes threw it to nowhere. Hero to the corner. Johnson gives Kentucky the lead. First lead since 4:15 in the first half. And a timeout, Florida.
What it is, and if you don't want your team,
You're a basketball botanist now?
You want your best play in March. We get that, but along the way, you want your team to play really well. Come on, Cal.
Now you got Florida, one of the last 4 in for Joe Lunardi. Trailing by 2. Nembhard got tied up with Travis, lost him. And finally pulled down by Kentucky.
If I'm Kentucky, I don't get into a set. They have not been good in sets. They've been good keeping the ball popping. Should go inside here.
Travis kicked Hayes away.
Yeah, layup maybe threw it to Travis.
Hero went back to the corner. Travis puts it in.
And Travis just knocked Hayes down and then went right back at him in the post.
Kentucky 21-6 since Florida missed those 2 free throws for Hayes. You said it at the time, these are big free throws, and they turned out to be. Locke late in the shot clock, and he missed it. Well, Florida's gone quiet.
Baseline runner action last 2 times down with Hero running off Travis and running off of Washington. Here it is again. They did this last year with Knox. He was really effective getting it on the post.
So where's it go now?
Whichever side he comes off, they're going to try to get it to that side post. Should be right here to Washington.
There it is, double comes. Back to the corner here. Oh, for 3. Hero mode for Kentucky on a 12-0 run. Nembhard. Bad shots all around for the Gators. And a foul against Florida. The Wildcats have turned. For you might want to hop on.
They also play this tricky, baby.
Quickly, got it. Start your free trial now, the ESPN app, or visit ESPN.com, your ESPN Plus free trial. Asunsao and Moraes tonight. That's midnight Eastern. Alvarez Kovalev 2 as well. 7-day free trial on the ESPN app, or visit ESPN.com.
Take Kovalev and thank me later.
Okay. They get on that. It's a 9-point lead for Kentucky, which hasn't won here in a couple of years. Last 2 times here to Gainesville, they've lost. Boy, this defense is as good as you're going to see on the ball. Finally, a prayer of a bank shot goes in. Hudson.
Jalen Hudson's got his double digits, but
you were talking about it in the break. Allen and Locke have really struggled.
yeah, they have. I mean, if they're playing a normal game, you add Hudson into that, you're in pretty good shape.
They almost baited Higgins into a quick shot door.
Or throwing it up against a set defense for a lot of Higgins. Good choice.
Johnson. Washington to follow.
Man, a great play by Hayes. He came over, and for the 4th time, Johnson got blocked at the rim. But again, don't stand, kids. P.J. Washington moved to the open spot.
That never was online. Rebound for Johnson. Boy, Kelvin Johnson, freshman out of Virginia, has been so active late in this game.
You got to foul. You just have to.
Problem is, Kentucky's a 75% team free throw shooting group.
Happens quick with Kentucky, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? I mean,
I'm telling you, the 2 missed free throws, Jason.
13-18 to go. It was 42-31. Hayes was at the line. Missed both.
People oftentimes think it's the play at the end of the game. It's not. Bill Polian and I had a great conversation about that. All these plays in the middle added up. Got a chance to bury a team, you better do it.
Lock off the mark. Rebound Kentucky. With a minute to go, you got a foul.
Or go home. Go to the Swamp.
Well, it's not far. And it looks like that's going to happen. Florida's not fouling.
The coach wanted them to way back when. They just haven't been able to catch up to the ball. There you go.
That was 17 seconds of attempted fouling. And now the folks who blend in here wearing blue are starting to make noise that came from Lexington.
Hey, what'd your mom and dad do today? Well, my dad wore his candy stripe overalls and painted his face. And...
Well, he's a wildcat in the hat. I think is what he is. Oh, the places you'll go in the SEC.
What'd you do, honey? Oh, well, Mom dressed up like a cat, and I dressed up like a cat in the hat, and we went to the McDonald's Center and rooted on our cat.
One cat, two cat, red cat, blue cat. Allen to the cup and a timeout, Florida. It's a 9-point game with 37 and change to go.
About time we're on TV.
You know what? The last thing Gator fans want to hear after their team gave away an 11-point lead is poetry from Dan Duffy.
Well, Perry World, you don't show up on time, you got a serious problem.
As a coach's son, do you say dad first, or what are you doing?
As a coach's son that's on the team and trying to play, you call him coach and sir. A really nice family.
Lead is 9 for Kentucky. Trying to put away an 8th straight victory. Washington the run out. He's going to take it in and have it taken away by Johnson. Allen in traffic makes it a 7-point lead.
Of all the things that could have happened for Kentucky, that was the worst. You thought you had a layup, you didn't. Now a layup on the other end.
Hero is fouled.
I don't know how you don't
give the timeout. They're going to give the timeout. Yeah. No foul. Timeout call.
You have to make a free throw to win the game. That's what you're trying for. 3-point lead, you got to make a free throw to win it. That's what you're trying to get this down to. So it's really kind of a 4-point game.
And now we're going to foul before the inbound. Allen ran into Hero. And he'll go to the line. 2 shots coming. And that's okay if you're Florida.
Absolutely.
It's not ideal, but the problem is Hero has missed 4 foul shots all year.
Well, but again, ideally you steal the ball, right? I mean, that's ideal. You don't steal the ball, you get a foul with no time taken off the clock.
Freshman from Milwaukee. Originally looked like he was going to go to Wisconsin. A late ad. He said when John Calipari walked into the gym, he got a little bit nervous. Ended up coming to Kentucky, and how big has he been in this game? Tyler Hero bags both.
Think about 2 late ads, Travis and Hero. Start for any team in the country, both of them.
Montgomery, too, after the Auburn stuff.
Right.
Nembhard comes open, 20 seconds to go. Allen's got to shoot. And that's going to be a foul against Florida on the rebounding action and Hayes. So 12.2 to go. And Kentucky looks like it's going to escape.
You know, what's the best thing that came out of this for Kentucky?
What's that?
When they were playing poorly, P.J. Washington ripped his teammates. And then when Keldon Johnson was struggling, Keldon Johnson maintained hard play and his own enthusiasm for play and got rewarded by banging in a big old 3. I'm telling you, there are seniors, guys playing 5 years, that don't do what P.J. Washington, a sophomore, and Keldon Johnson, a freshman, did in this game. So many guys sulk, Jason. There's no sulking in sports, ever.
What it speaks also to the thinness of the narrative of Kentucky's not a team.
Oh, that's all garbage. Kentucky's
because
a
they're one and done
team.
at all this.
Oh, no.
We saw the team effort from Washington. And they get a steal. 10 seconds to go. Indiana, Michigan State is on the horizon, but Kentucky, from 11 down in the second half, flips it to win by 11 in Gainesville. They closed on a 34-12 run.